Hello everyone, this is EZmode's Rageypoo, and I'm going to be broadcasting another MA Masters. Here tonight, we have, in the bottom left corner, TryHrd, Relic, and Imnotgrayson, and in the top left-hand corner, we have IsIrI, TheTruth, and AdolfCaesar in the top right. We have Ice with TryHrd, Mastermind, and in the bottom right, we have SuprSP, NotAGlassCannon, and Spidervenom. Here we go, big matchup coming your way because we have Stalkers coming out for Grayson already, bottom left-hand corner, and we have Sharpshooters, top left. An early tank, AdolfCaesar, both going Sharpshooters, top right. We have Lings with a transition into Stalkers, so we have double Stalkers so far with those Sharpshooters for Mastermind. And on the bottom right, we have Hydralisks coming out for NotAGlassCannon. Hydralisks are so powerful. Looking at the units tab, we do have a Commando coming out for Mastermind. That is awesome. I love seeing Commando plays all day long because that tank is going to get sniped if not careful. Oh my gosh. And I don't see any other units coming out so far. So I think this is pretty much how it's going to be set up. No more heroes. It's going to be pure mercenary with a few, probably elite units, I would have to say. That tank already coming out, so I'm assuming there's going to be some Ravens. There could possibly be some Corruptors coming out. Don't see them quite yet. Oh, I wonder what these guys are going to do. And looking at the APM tab, everyone already with a lot of APM, but, you know, kind of toned down. Just a little bit of back and forth. Nothing too special yet. We're going to see that rise just so dramatically once we get some middle action. And, oh my gosh, are we going to see it? No, everyone's just kind of vying for each tower. If you look, there's already a position from AdolfCaesar with that top tower. Left tower is already taken by Grayson. Bottom right already taken by Relic. And top right, there is a little bit of back and forth that looks like Mastermind is going to go ahead and take it. And a big battle going on between Ice. He's got to be careful of that tank. That tank doing big splash damage all over Ice's units. If you haven't noticed, Ice does not have the fucking clan tab. Not quite sure what that's all about, guys. If you happen to know, please let me know after the match. I wonder if he left or if he just happened to have taken it off for this match. Who knows? But that's very interesting. As you know, Ice has been a part of fucking for a very long time. They're a great group. But interesting. Perhaps he's planning on joining either a TryHrd or maybe even IsIrI. Who knows? But a battle going on in bottom right corner between Relic and NotAGlassCannon. GlassCannon doing a bunch of damage to those units with those Hydralisks, but the Stalkers are coming up on the ramp in the middle, doing damage to NotAGlassCannon. Unfortunately, Spidervenom not able to get in there, and the tank sieged up, doing damage to Imnotgrayson, having that extra sight from the tower, doing so much for him. And what is Ice going to do? He's got a big buildup of Stalkers. Is he going to try to push forward? That tank there is so scary. Very powerful position. And not overextending it too far because Mastermind does have that Mando. He does have to be careful of that. And I am going to go ahead and just... well, I am already set to busy. So that's weird that I'm able to get some whispers. I'm just going to let him know that I'm streaming right now. And here we go. Back and forth going on. Oh my gosh, Ice trying to get into the middle. Grayson, look at all these lines that are showing up from these Stalkers. A little bit of lag is showing them off. Caesar doing big splash damage to Grayson. Grayson trying to hold the middle. So much back and forth between the tower, bottom right, between Mastermind and Spidervenom. And NotAGlassCannon is just getting so much money going back and forth, hitting Relic's units. Look at that, 900 currently. He's in the lead. And, gal, those Hydralisks are just incredible to have right at the very beginning. And AdolfCaesar getting some money as well. And bottom right deciding to back out. Spidervenom wanting to push forward because he's getting a battle cruiser. So there's the first elite we've seen as far as like a very expensive elite. Tanks are relatively expensive. And we don't see any Reapers out. I'm surprised. I've almost always seen Reapers in this high level play. And so much going on. Ice trying to get the middle. Grayson trying to hold the middle. And TheTruth trying to get the middle. There's so much back and forth. This is absolute chaos right now. Even the Hydralisks are trying to take a little bit. And Ice, oh my gosh, you have to back out a little bit. And I think I even heard, oh no, he lost the Mando. The Mando was taken out. It looks like it could have been NotAGlassCannon who got the kill. I didn't see who got it. It's even possible the tank could have got the kill. AdolfCaesar currently at 1,000 points. NotAGlassCannon at 1,100 points, just taking an early lead. Grayson even now reaching the 1,000 mark. And man, that Siegebreaker just doing so much. The tank really going to work. And Ice now has Blink Stalkers. I wonder if he's going to be able to blink into AdolfCaesar's tank, and if he does, that's going to be a big pick-off. That's going to reduce AdolfCaesar's overall control and damage by a bunch. He's being really effective so far, and I hear the Yamato Cannon going down, and it hits Mastermind's units. Yamato Cannon so powerful, big splash damage from that elite unit. The Battlecruiser is a little clunky, a little bit slow, but once it connects, it deals so much damage. And oh my gosh, so much back and forth going on between Grayson and TheTruth trying to get this tower, and even Relic trying to get in the mix. Let's look at the units tab real quick. I'm curious to see what Relic is deciding to do. I don't think he's even really spent his money yet. No, he hasn't. Are we going to see a Honey Badger, perhaps an Odin come out? Oh my gosh, Spidervenom with 2 Battlecruisers so far, and even Glass Cannon getting a Battlecruiser. We have 3 so far. Oh my gosh, Corruptors could be very important in this game, but also an Odin could be as well, and I don't see in the tabs what button am I supposed to be pushing to be able to see the unit production. There we go. And there it is. Yes, the Brutalisk is coming out. Oh, the Honey Badger. Sorry, it used to be called the Brutalisk. It is now the Honey Badger. Honey Badger don't give a shit. And it is about to come out and just wreak havoc. And those BCs do need to be careful. A little EMP goes down, but does miss. Mastermind with that Mando. He's got to be careful of losing it, though. AdolfCaesar coming in could possibly take all of the units out. Ice blinking in, doing a little bit of damage, and a Raven coming out for Ice. So we do have Stalkers and a Raven for Ice. TheTruth coming in, taking hold of middle, and he's saving up as well. 900. Oh my gosh, we're going to see probably double Honey Badger play. And already kicking off so many units that Honey Badger is out and it is ready to deal damage. Are these BCs going to be effective against it? BCs deal high damage. And deciding to run right into Relic's units, that tank trying to hurt the Honey Badger. And you know, the tank actually deals a lot of damage. And we'll see if the Mando decides to level up. There is 1 level on the Mando, presumably for that Honey Badger. That's probably the correct choice. And ImnotGrayson losing so many of the Stalkers to those BCs. Those BCs just doing huge damage. Not to mention the Hydras with their high HP. That's just incredible to have. That's a really big powerhouse of power that they have. Able to control so much of the map because of that. Because there's no way that they're going to be able to get to those BCs with those high hit point units. Except maybe that Honey Badger. Honey Badger coming in. Just ready to wreck everything, but wow, we have 4 Battlecruisers for bottom right. You've seen it here, folks. 4 Battlecruisers. Is top right going to be able to hold this Honey Badger back? It is currently at half hit points. Yamato Cannon coming down, getting some big splash damage in the middle, and the Honey Badger is going to try to do some anti-air to try to push bottom right back. And top left, what is top left going to do? I mean, TheTruth is currently at 1086, and a Yamato Cannon going down, and I missed where it went. Oh, it's going after the Honey Badger. Is it going to connect? Bringing it down to 300 hit points. It almost killed. He's going to have to back out for now. There is some back and forth going on between top left and bottom left. Looks like Ice is trying to get a little bit of Spidervenom's units. He is going to back out for now, though, waiting for a little bit of energy from this Reaver. And Grayson again trying to get the middle. Some Blink Micro there. Actually impressive Blink Micro. And NotAGlassCannon wants to come in. He wants to heal those BCs so bad. There's no energy though in the middle. Taking out all that energy. He's now going to have to rely on either getting a mobile medivac or doing something. Either waiting for that beacon, sitting in the middle, trying to collect a little bit of healing. Or possibly even getting a support tower. We'll see what he decides to do. Even an Overseer could be totally viable, not only for the heal, but to also hold that Honey Badger. We could see both all these Yamato Cannons dealing so much damage to the Honey Badger, and it picks it off. The Honey Badger goes down. Oh my gosh, Spidervenom now in a huge lead at 22-15. That is just crazy. These double Battlecruisers coming out for bottom right has just been so effective. I really thought that Mando would be able to pick it off, but no, in fact, it's actually the BC. So much damage. Guys, if you're watching this, this is just absolutely crazy. I can't believe I'm not seeing any Corruptors come out. There is only one Raven and a tank. The rest is just, I don't even know. What are these guys saving up for? We have 18 currently for the Truth. What is he planning on doing? What is he going to get out? I want to see. Oh, he was making something. He decided to cancel it out. What was it? Was that a hit point upgrade? What is he spending his money on? No, it looks like whatever he was going to get, he decided to cancel. That Brutalisk is now, or I'm sorry, Honey Badger is going to come back. And bottom right still being so scary with these just quadruple BCs. That came out of nowhere. I was not expecting to see that. And the tank is still being fairly effective too. In fact, all of these guys are able to keep a pretty even points. They're able to keep up in points. This is incredible considering how much of a lead that bottom right was able to get. I mean, SuprSP out of nowhere coming out with this incredible strategy. And it looks like AdolfCaesar is answering with Goliath. They do need a little bit of anti-air power. Some good splits by AdolfCaesar able to negate the damage of that Seeker Missile. And we have some Blinkins by Ice trying to contend for this top tower. Another big Blinkin going straight after us. And oh my gosh, we hear a snipe coming down. Taking out so many units. The Seeker Missile coming down. Big splash damage on AdolfCaesar. And the Honey Badger is now out. Oh my gosh, so much splash damage. AdolfCaesar and Truth have got to get out of there. More back and forth going for the right side. And meanwhile, this Honey Badger is just doing so much damage. And whoa, a Wraith coming out. The Truth saving up so much money. And the first Savior. This is already action-packed, guys. This is unbelievable. AdolfCaesar using that save almost kills the Honey Badger. Not quite sure if that was the right choice, but he needed to keep his unit supply up. And it might have been desperation, or he might have known exactly what he was doing, trying to get that Honey Badger out. I really think base defenses would have been much better than kind of wasting that Savior. But I think it was a risk he was trying to take, and unfortunately unable to pick it off. And oh my gosh, are these BCs going to be able to Yamato cannon this Honey Badger? This is so tense right now. Oh no, in fact, they actually back out. I don't think they even saw that. What? 3 BCs! This is incredible. There's currently 5 BCs out on the field, and oh my gosh. Is NotAGlassCannon saving up for another BC too? This is 1,500 minerals so far at 1,000 minerals just for these BCs alone. That's so much damage in these Wraiths. What are these Wraiths going to be able to do? This is an interesting move. The Wraiths are very effective against light units. Oh my gosh, are they planning on doing like some kind of Phoenix play? If they can lift up the Honey Badger, the Wraith's anti-air missiles will do tons of damage, but their overall damage output is just not very high, except against light units. I mean, they do a little bit, I guess, against armored and mechanical, so that could help out a little bit, you know, against other Goliaths or things like that. But with the splash damage that they do, I mean, how effective are they really going to be? Yamato Cannon going down, killing a bunch of Ice's Lancers, Seeker Missile going down. Oh my gosh, that Battlecruiser was taken out! This is crazy so far. Meanwhile, on the top left-hand side, that Honey Badger wants to push in and kill some more of AdolfCaesar's units. And oh man, that loss of that BC, that's 500 minerals just gone. Oh, is Glass Canyon going to keep on doing this, or is he going to switch it up? It looks like indeed he has. He's decided to abandon those Hydralisks in favor of Goliath. That's an interesting move. So he probably won't get a BC anytime soon, and now, I mean, are these BCs going to be even effective? I mean, I don't know if they're going to be able to do the damage they once did before, because now there's so many ranged units, lots of anti-air for all these guys. But they could do still a bunch of damage to the Honey Badger, and the Honey Badger's deciding to run out. Top left side, the Siegebreaker is still there, and oh my gosh, so many Wraiths. I'm just not sure how these guys are going to be effective with the Wraiths. Wraiths, in my experience, are just not very strong damage dealers. They are great at avoiding damage. They do have that ability to avoid damage. And it looks like he already has it. That could be what he was thinking as far as using the evasive maneuvers. Perhaps avoiding with that 50% chance of avoiding with energy cost. I didn't know they had energy. That must be a new feature. Oh, that's really interesting. So 50% of an evasion at the cost of some energy. That could be very good for quick snipes. Possibly we'll see, I really would love to see a Phoenix. If AdolfCaesar came out with a Phoenix and they used those anti-air, the Gemini missiles against the Honey Badger, that would just be incredible. And the Honey Badger doing lots of damage to Mastermind's units, and he did get sniped, decides to run out, and I think that's the correct move because Spidervenom could come in and possibly seal the deal. Oh no, Ice's Ravens, he's got to control them. They could have been taken out right there, but no, in fact, he gets away clean. I think Venom might be saving up the energy of the Imnotgrayson to go straight for the Honey Badger. And so much back and forth going on between the Lancers and the Wraiths, and since they do damage to armored and mechanical, it looks like they do, in fact, completely counter Lancers. This is crazy. So the Lancers are going to be taken out by these Wraiths. They do that extra damage, and oh no, is that Mando going to be spotted? Is he going to be taken out? There's a scan going down. And yes, the Mando was finally taken out. That was a big pickup by NotAGlassCannon. Again, their points are just going so crazy high. But my gosh, with this Honey Badger coming out, and the Stalkers for Grayson now at 6 up, he is currently in the lead. Relic doesn't have a big lead as far as points are concerned. But with that Honey Badger being the best tank in the world, Lancers at 6 attack, it puts Grayson right up in first. A really good combination, and oh no, he's got to be careful of being triple Yamato cannoned here. There is one Yamato cannon going down, is going to connect with a bunch of the Lancers. They do blink in and try to take out the BC, and BC gets healed just in time. Oh, clutch heal. It was so close to being taken out, and oh no, Grayson losing almost all of his supply. He's currently down to 120 supply. The Commando comes back out for top right. Ice needs to heal up that Raven. He is a little bit hurt, and I'm surprised the Siege Tank has been able to survive, considering that there's a Honey Badger could just walk right up. And sure enough, Glass Cannon saying best transfuse 2014. Will we see better transfuses in the future? If you have a video with the most epic transfuse, you can submit it to rageypooreplays@yahoo.com, and we will have ourselves a little contest for the best transfuse 2014. In the top right, we do have Destroyers. No ups yet for Mastermind. That's going to be interesting. I'm surprised he doesn't have any ups yet. I don't even see any hit point ups. Is he deciding to go for Marine upgrades? No, I think he's going to stay strictly with this Commando. And we'll see what level it is. It is currently level 2. I don't even see any hero upgrades for it. But I think upgrading the Mando might be the correct choice. Probably spending a bunch of money on the Destroyers that he simply didn't have because he's invested so heavily into his units there. And oh my gosh, Ice, you need to back out. Those Wraiths are looking really scary. There's a big supply of them, but whoa! Actually able to back them out. How is he able to do that? 4 attack Lancers so far. They do 24 damage to flying, and with that evasion ability that Wraith has, I'm surprised that they took so much damage. Seeker Missile coming down and connecting with AdolfCaesar's units, and Mastermind deciding to take on 2 people at once, plus Yamato Cannon. Oh no, you gotta get out of there. You're losing so many units, Mastermind. You gotta run. Run away. Oh my gosh. Spidervenom, though, losing a bunch of units too, and this Honey Badger is still so deadly. Currently at level 3, he is deciding to go all the way with the Honey Badger. He's going to go pure Honey Badger, while his partner, Grayson, decides to go pure attack. And I think that's really interesting to see. And, you know, these Wraiths have been somewhat effective, but I really think, coupled with a Phoenix, would just be so funny. If he decides to go Phoenix, or even just an Overseer, so that he can get a few attacks out on the Honey Badger, it might be really powerful. And I'm surprised these Wraiths haven't gone after these battle cruisers yet. There's so much money waiting for him. That's 750 points just waiting for him. And those minerals could be put to really good use, upping those. And a big blink in by Grayson going again after the Wraiths. This is strange. I mean, Wraiths totally counter these Lancers, and yet Lancers are able to hold their own. Really good control by Grayson. And more battles going on from the middle to bottom right. Folks, this action is just blowing my mind. There's so much back and forth going on. Everybody just has something. I mean, oh, this is just crazy. I'm going absolutely nuts. Guys, Immortals coming out. Wait a minute. Spidervenom. Oh, okay. I was gonna say Glass Cannon did have the Goliath. I thought for a second there that it was Spidervenom that had Goliath, and I was seeing yet another tech switch. That just would have been such a waste of money. But no, in fact, going out with Immortals, with 4 attack, they do so much damage. Oh my gosh, with a BC coming down as well, there was an EMP going down on those Immortals. A Blinken by Ice. Could he take out that Battlecruiser? 7 hit points left, and it was able to escape. Oh my gosh, that was such a close call. Good control, though, by Spidervenom, able to keep all these BCs alive. And Guardian Shield goes down for Relic's Honey Badger, and those Wraiths trying to deal the damage, but they just don't do enough versus Heroic. Even the Goliaths aren't able to take it out, and what are they going to do? The Honey Badger does have an anti-air attack, so the Wraiths can't be too effective. He did decide to go for a mobile medevac, and I think that is going to be the correct choice. Oh, so many units being taken out here by Mastermind. A Yamato Cannon comes out, bringing Mastermind's units all to the red. And was that a Mando able to escape? Yes, it does, but still, 3 battle cruisers going out. We have a support tower able to heal that up. And let's see what kind of... We do have an anti-hero, and pretty soon, 2 anti-heroes for top left, bottom left deciding to stick with the radar tower for now. And look at this, they're bundled up so much. He's got to be careful. Those Honey Badger attacks are so devastating. But the Honey Badger is getting low. Oh my gosh, if they had an Overseer, they could take out this Honey Badger. Where is the Overseer? He needs to have something to hold him. He's missing out on that hero damage. He can't do anything without something to hold him. And TheTruth really struggling with these Wraiths to try to do any damage. Because these Lancers with their big splash damage and the Honey Badger being just the absolute boss tank that it is, Guardian Shield just kind of denying them for the most part. Goliath's doing lots of damage though, and they are armored units. Lancers are armored units, so they do counter. And wow, this is incredible. So much damage happening back and forth from top left. And looking meanwhile at the bottom right, a big Blinken by Ice. Oh my gosh, just pushing NotAGlassCannon and Spidervenom back. They are currently in 3rd place, I guess you could say. Ice out of nowhere, though, gaining so much money. Oh my gosh, he's currently in 1st place. Grayson in 2nd, followed closely by Spidervenom. Or, I'm sorry, NotAGlassCannon and Spidervenom. And guys, I just can't even keep up. A Corruptor coming out for AdolfCaesar. I really don't think that was the correct choice. It is going to be able to slow down that Honey Badger. And oh my gosh, I missed it. NotAGlassCannon with a Savior. I don't think that he got almost anything for it. He is now currently in 3rd place, but yeah, that didn't do almost any damage, and I think that was a big mistake. Oh no. And I think the reason why is because their supply is so low, they're trying to get Ice to back off. Ice currently at 6,000 points. This is going to put him in 1st place. And I don't know how Ice does it, guys. He just comes out of nowhere, and he's able to take a big lead. You know, and with so many counters going on, with the Wraiths countering these Lancers, I'm surprised that they're able to stand up to the Wraiths so well. I would expect to see Truth in a lot more of a dominant position, but I think this Honey Badger is just soaking up so much damage. Currently level 4, it's going to be maxed out here sometime soon. And look, the Lancers barely even hurt it. That Guardian Shield is so effective. He's going straight for the Raven, and oh no, he's got to get out of there. Trying to trap them with the auto turrets, I think that was an excellent play. Meanwhile, NotAGlassCannon and Grayson are fighting it out, and I think Grayson's going to win that one. I think GlassCannon needs to back out for now. More attacks going up from top. Top right and top left are going at it. Caesar almost losing his Corruptor, currently at 4 attack. And Ravens are still there, still powerful, still a big presence. And I really think bottom right just has to build up their unit supply. This unit supply is so low. Those BCs do great damage to the Honey Badger, and I'm surprised he hasn't been a little bit more aggressive with those BCs, deciding not to. In fact, playing a really, really defensive position. It's really quite odd considering they both had BCs in the early game and it was doing so well. In fact, I bet you 3 Yamato Cannons could do really big damage on Relic right now, and he decides not to. Top left, not really doing much, just building up their supply. He's currently at 800 supply. Truth, what are you doing? Get in the game. Don't just sit on that supply. I mean, at the very least, you know, let 100 supply of it die if you must. But in any case, you gotta get these units out there. And look at the splits. Not sure what he's trying to do with these splits, and there we go. He is going to lose a little bit of supply there. And I think that's the right choice. I mean, go out there, and if you lose a little bit, so be it. But oh my gosh, if he had an Overseer right now, he could do so much damage, possibly even killing that Honey Badger, but he can't. He doesn't have the Overseer. The Honey Badger deciding to charge in, goes right into Mastermind's units. Spidervenom with BCs trying to deal a lot of damage. He decides to back out instead. The Honey Badger able to take full control. But Ice's Lancers are doing so much damage, and the Wraiths decide to come in, almost taking out. And wow, the splits on Truth were great. Only losing, I think, one Wraith in that engagement, and NotAGlassCannon getting Surround, Grayson able to pick off all those units. On the bottom right, Spidervenom did set off that defense matrix to try to avoid some of Ice's damage. And wow, bottom right losing down to 147 supply. That was a great surround by Relic and Grayson. Really good control. I'm not sure why he overextended himself so much. And oh no, you're losing just so much more supply. Dude, buddy, you gotta sit back. You gotta save up your units. Oh, I understand you need money, but not that bad, because currently in the lead, Grayson. How are these guys doing it? Ice out of nowhere gets the lead. Grayson out of nowhere gets the lead. And these Wraiths, oh my god, they're so scary. Are they going to be able to finally take out Ice's... oh, yep, they do. Ice's Raven, 1 goes down, 2 goes down, and there they go, finally being effective. This Honey Badger is so... oh my gosh, is the Truth going to be able to see it? Truth, you got to get it. Do not let it escape. Truth, get it. No, what are you doing? Oh, missing the Honey Badger. So close. It was so low on hit points. But Truth now finally able to take a more dominant position, and I think that is correct. Truth, get those units out there for sure. Gotta deal that damage, buddy, especially with Grayson now in the lead at 74-58. I don't know how he does it, my gosh. And looking at his Lancers, well, that's probably it. 10 attack on the Lancers, that is just crazy. Only 4 attack for these Wraiths, but really, when you spend 1,600 on Mercs, how many attack ups are you really going to be able to get? Not for a long while. And considering that his points are currently at 5,488, it's no surprise that he can't really get the upgrades that he needs. He's got to get in there and figure out somehow how to supplement that income. Either by, I think, getting an Overseer could be good, possibly some more Corruptors if he wants to go that direction, because the Corruption could be big. He's got to get some kind of support unit, and the Honey Badger's so big right now, currently level 4, there's no armor ups right now, and oh my god, Truth, you could have totally gotten it again! What are you doing, buddy? Well, I think he's just being a little bit cautious. But look, oh no! Oh no! The Yamato Cannon taking out so many Wraiths! Oh my gosh, he probably lost at least 200 supply of Wraiths there. Oh, bringing his supply down to 500 out of 800. Oh, that was a big hit by Spidervenom. And his money increased for sure. That was just a big pickoff. Spidervenom, if you can hear me, buddy, keep doing that. Currently now at 2. Unfortunately losing one of those battle cruisers. He's now currently at 2. And we do have 2 Corruptors for Ice. And 1 Corruptor for AdolfCaesar. I think he just lost that one. And oh man, buddy, now down to 46 Wraiths. That is just so sad. I feel bad almost for the Truth. This is crazy, but I really want to see a Phoenix come out. Because this Honey Badger is just going to town. Corruption is going to help. The Wraiths are able to pick off a bunch of the units, which is great. But he's missed so many Honey Badger kills. This is just such a shame. Meanwhile, more back and forth going between Mastermind and Spidervenom. And I think Spidervenom is going to be able to do it. Instead decides to back out. He did get that Yamato Cannon off, but I think he was scared that he could possibly lose it to the Mando. Could be the correct choice, and those Corruptors are very scary. Those Corruptors could pick it off too. Ice's Corruptors currently at 9 ups. Oh my gosh, those are so strong, dealing 132 damage per hit. Let's see how much hit points these BCs had. With only 1,000, it would only take a couple of volleys from now 3 from Ice, and I think he's going to decide to go like that big number, like 10 or 12, possibly not only to deal with the Truth, but also to deal with the BCs, and this might be the correct choice. And also Mass Corruption. I mean, Mass Corruption is just incredible. And what? What is this? Deciding now to go Zerglings. Why did he go Zerglings? This is crazy. and it's possible he might get a crackling upgrade, and I think that would be a good decision, considering there's so many Goliaths out on the field. It would also be effective against these Lancers as well. Lancers don't do that good against the crackling. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. I was not expecting Lings out of Relic, but I think that could be the correct choice. And what are these guys going to do? I mean, the Destroyers are good against Crackling, so that wouldn't be a big problem. I think for the most part, the Honey Badger is the main focus here. But we could be seeing a Crackling upgrade. I don't see it just yet. And we're now at the 30-minute mark. Anything could happen here, guys. We could see... oh my god, I really want to see an Overseer come out. Truth, what are you doing, buddy? Oh, those units are so effective, but you can't put them to use because you can't keep that Honey Badger from moving. Meanwhile, lots of back and forth between Glass Cannon and Spidervenom. Mastermind could be losing a bunch of units here. He's trying to be a little bit aggressive with that Commando. Let's see how many hit points that has. It's currently level 4 at 1,000 hit points. And yes, the snipe goes down. It looks like he might have missed and instead hit some of the units there on the ground. And I did hear a Seeker Missile come down, but I didn't see where it landed. The Truth coming in from the top left side could pick off some of Ice's units, but no, instead, I think he's just going to decide to keep control of the middle. No, he actually wants to go toe-to-toe with those Goliaths. You got to be careful of the splash damage. The evasion is now really interesting to a barrel roll. 13 energy, able to block 50%, at the very least, a 50% chance. Or no, it's not even a chance. It evades exactly 50% of all damage coming in. And that's really good if you can save up on energy just coming in and doing snipes with Race. I really like that. I didn't know that they switched that up. It used to just have a percentage, and I forget what it was, if it was like a 15% permanent evasion chance. But 50% is huge, and the Destroyer's overcharging, trying to come in, getting NotAGlassCannon's units. Seeker Missile coming down, taking out a bunch of NotAGlassCannon's units, and he's going to have to get out of there, guys. He's so low. He has been so low on his supply, 171 all game. They are currently, I guess you could say, in 3rd place, with Ice and Mastermind pretty much taking the game. Relic not very high on the points, I think, because the Honey Badger's just not able to deal a whole lot of damage. Instead, just acting as a tank for Grayson, and 11 attack for those Lancers. And now we even see the Marines are starting to get up. Could we see some Marine play, and could we see some drops later on? I love seeing the drops. I really hope that he decides to get a support tower. We could be getting some drops later on, and I want to see it. I want to see it, guys. And I think AdolfCaesar finally losing that tank. He probably lost it a long time ago, but I haven't even bothered checking because there's just so much coming out. And a Phoenix coming out for NotAGlassCannon. Oh my gosh, finally we see a Phoenix. Let's see if top left and bottom left can kind of work together. Yamato Cannon going down, getting Mastermind's units. And be careful, AdolfCaesar is coming from the backside. Mastermind, you got to get out of there. Where's your partner when you need him? Truth coming out with those Race. Those Race are so scary. The supply is almost at 800. And I do apologize, I totally dropped my my keyboard there. So you're going to see the observer saying, I don't even know what that is, like a little teardrop. Disregard that, that was nothing, I just dropped my keyboard. And the Mando coming in, trying to pick off the Honey Badger, doing lots of damage, surprisingly. Each hit doing so much. What level is that currently? Level 4 with 3 ups. Oh my gosh, he does almost 250 damage each attack. And you know what? Those Race even need to be careful because a snipe, if they're bundled up, could do a lot of damage. I'm really excited to see if there's going to be a Spectre come out because I love seeing Spectre play. He's not, to me, I don't feel like he's quite as mobile as he should be, considering that the Mando used to be incredibly fast once you made him invisible. We do have a charge up from the Yamato Cannon, taking out a bunch of the units that Grayson had. Great splash damage still. I mean, they're still being so cost effective, I can't believe. Able to stay into this game, currently at 6 attack ups. No attack ups for the Marine, 6 attack for Goliath as well. And finally, we have a Graviton Beam on this Honey Badger. Yamato Cannon's coming down, and top right is about to come in to try to steal the kill. Honey Badger's so low, he's only at 5,000 points. That makes total sense. It's only level 5 right now. No armor upgrades, though. That's really a shame. And Ice trying to do some damage to the Truth, but not happening anytime soon. We did hear a snipe go down on Truth's units, but the Seeker Missile taking out so much supply. Oh my gosh. Bringing him down to 300, now 200 supply. Unbelievable. That Seeker Missile did so much more damage than I thought it would. Wow. He might need to focus those Ravens next time. That was just unbelievable how much damage it did. Bringing him down to 271 supply, and unfortunately AdolfCaesar getting picked off. Ice able to blink in. My gosh, it was so much damage. Wow, so much damage. Almost bringing him up to first place. How is Grayson doing it? How is Grayson able to stay just on top of this? I mean, I guess it's those 11 attack Lancers. They're so very powerful. Looking at the units tab real quick. Yes, the Commando's still level 4. Oh, he did lose a BC. I did not see it. Finally, a BC taken out, and what? What? Oh, wow. Grayson deciding to come out with a hero of his own, and wow, the snipe almost picking off the Honey Badger. He's got to be careful. He does put down the Guardian Shield, but one more snipe could do it. Does he have the energy? No, it's actually on cooldown. But does he know that? Does Grayson know that there isn't another snipe? Or, I'm sorry, Relic deciding to backing out. Corruption does go down on Mastermind's units, and AdolfCaesar does need to back off for now. There's so much back and forth going on, and bottom right, finally, hey, listen, I know I said to build up the supply cannon, but you're now at 800 supply. I think it's time to get out of the nest and see the world. You've been sitting at home a little bit too long, developing some bed sores. Oh my gosh. And now Hybrid Destroyers needing to back out. That Honey Badger is just so powerful with that Guardian Shield. Guardian Shield is such a great ability. There's a lot of back and forth going on. Tons of defense matrices going down. And the Battle Cruiser should deal a lot of damage, but doesn't. He decides to back out. And the Seeker Missile going down, killing a bunch of Spidervenom's units. And whoa! A big snipe coming from top right's Mastermind, able to kill the Phoenix. Glass Cannon is going to need to revive that. He doesn't have enough money yet. Corruption going down on the Honey Badger. And oh no, will he lose it? I think Truth might be overextending himself a little bit. We could see a Savior come out. That would be a little bit risky, but he is being so ballsy coming in, trying to pick this off. And oh no, Mastermind trying to come in. And what is he doing actually? I think he was just trying to scare away those Wraiths. And he could be overextending himself a little bit. Oh no, buddy, the DT with a Void Prism doing surprisingly a lot of damage to the Commando, currently at 700. And we do have a snipe going down. NotAGlassCannon could possibly get the surround. He's trying for it. He's trying to go in. He does go invisible. He can see it, though. He dealt a little bit of damage. And looking at the units tab, oh no, he lost it. I didn't hear him die, but because I don't have an observer, I can't see invisible units. And isn't that funny? Because in-game, you need an observer to see invisible units, too. But no, I couldn't see him die. I didn't hear him die, either. But yes, he was in fact taken out. Let's look at the production. It is coming back out, so is that Phoenix. And weird that there's still cracklings coming out. I'm not quite sure if that's the right choice, considering he does have the Honey Badger. He could have gotten cracklings and dealt a lot of damage to NotAGlassCannon's units and also to AdolfCaesar's units. Interesting choice. I think cracklings even do well against Immortals. Gosh, I mean, I think cracklings would be a great idea. He is currently at 5,000. I think it's really starting to show because he's not able to do the power that he needs. He does have that Honey Badger up to level 5, but it's been at level 5 forever, it seems. Now currently 7 attack for the Rays. And look at this. The Phoenix just going back and forth, and oh my gosh, the Truth almost picking it off. Truth, oh, you almost had it. You should have just had one more little volley. And you would have been able to pick it out. I can understand why he backed out, though. A little bit scary. But wow, almost picking off that Phoenix. And that would have been a great pickoff. Gotta be careful. And NotAGlassCannon saying, dude, you should have heard me on Skype. I bet you he almost, did something in his pants. I mean, he might need to change his underwear after that. My gosh. And a snipe going down. Not a big snipe, though. Unable to pick off anything. But that Commander... Okay, saying it for me, he does say, oh shit, and that's exactly... I guess I can't really keep it PG when the player is already saying it now, can I? So that Commando is out, currently level 5, and wow, doing 270 damage for this heroic attack. That's going to be a really powerful Mando. And you know what? I'm surprised the Mando hasn't been able to pick off the battlecruiser. There has been a lot of engagements from bottom right, but unable to do it. I wonder why. And oh no, Wraith just coming in, deciding to take it. He's going to kill all these units. A Graviton even coming down on the Honey Badger. I think the Wraiths are trying to focus it. That could be a mistake. And oh no, the battlecruiser could have done a Yamato cannon on the Wraiths. Instead, doing it on AdolfCaesar's units. Ice coming in to try to pick it off. And oh, a big pickoff from NotAGlassCannon, able to kill that Honey Badger. Wait a minute, did he even get the kill? TheTruth saying thank you. I'm not sure if he got the kill. I didn't see his money go up. And anyways, I'm not sure who got it, but in any case, currently in the lead, I think Ice and Mastermind with their combined total score of at least 20,000. Second place, I believe, would be NotAGlassCannon and Spidervenom. And third place, I mean, on the leaderboard, Grayson is in third place, but Relic with such low points overall, I think that's going to really hurt him. And trying to get Ice's Raven, we did hear a snipe, probably going off of Truce units. And there it goes, now it's going to go down. That was excellent play. I'm surprised he didn't get that earlier. The Honey Badger is now out and ready to go. And the DT holding some of Truce units, he is going to need to back out there. A lot of splash damage coming off from Grayson. A Stampede coming off for Honey Badger is going to be on cooldown. It's got about 20 more seconds. And that Stampede is really effective for escaping, but we're seeing it a lot with aggression, which is great. I think he does need to, considering he only has about 6,000 points. Currently the lowest point leader on the board. The Phoenix trying to get Ice's Raven and able to bring it down to half. He's got to be careful of that Mando. Could deal a lot of damage, and let's see if that Mando does have snipe. He has one snipe ready. Could possibly save up for two. And how is this BC even still alive? This is just crazy. DT still out, and what level is it? It is going to stay level 0. I think he just wants it to be able to do a hold on some units, pick off some units, and I think that's great. Putting a DT in your army like that is definitely the way to go. It's a great support. If you decide not to tech it up, it can be a really good support. And oh no, Spidervenom losing so many of his supply down to 165. It looks like he pulled a glass cannon. It does. I mean, his name does say NotAGlassCannon, but I think from now on we're gonna coin the phrase you just glass cannoned it. Dropping your supply is so low. Oh my gosh, both of their supply combined at only about 400 or 500. Where top right supply is a little bit low too. It looks like these Rays have been just kind of going to town all over the place, keeping everybody relatively low on supply. And Mastermind currently at level 8, or currently at 8 attack, and with his commando. What level is that commando? Level 6 now. Oh my gosh, that is a strong commando. Is he going to morph it into a Spectre? And what? Warp Zealots coming out for AdolfCaesar. I don't think that was actually the right choice. We have seen Warp Blots be effective by ice, so they could be something, but at this stage of the game, everybody has so much money that I think they're just going to pick up the Warp Blots like they're nothing. I'm not sure if he should have done that. A risky move indeed, going from Goliath to Warp Blots? I don't know, guys, but, you know, stay tuned. We could see something just crazy come out of the waterworks. Warp Blots are kind of a trump card. We'll see how effective they can be. And a Void Prism going down on some of the race. Look at the splits, though. He's able to split them up a little bit. He could try going for the Honey Badger, but he doesn't even want to with that Guardian Shield. And the Warp is going down on a lot of Grayson's units, but look! He's just eating them up like they're nothing, and yeah, I think the Warp Blots were a big mistake, buddy. Oh, that's going to cost him so much. I mean, his supply is now down to nothing. I mean, he's got 129. It looks like he glass cannoned it. Folks, there's a lot of glass cannoning going on. Spidervenom glass cannoned it. Top left glass cannoned it. Snipe does go down, and oh my gosh, almost taking out that Phoenix. 18. No, he does go down. And I think Mastermind picked off. Yes, he did. Mastermind got that pick off. Now currently second place on the leaderboard. Oh my gosh, his units are going to get so scary here. In fact, his commando is so scary. And wow, Spidervenom, oh, he's glass cannoning it. Everybody is just getting glass cannoned right now. And that's going to be my new phrase, guys. I hope I coin it. Just start saying it in games. if you happen to blink your units forward, you've assassined. And if you lose all of your units down to like 150 supply, you've glass cannoned it. So whenever you're playing, just type, you got glass cannoned. Well, who hasn't been glass cannoned, surprisingly, is TheTruth. We did see a Seeker Missile come off on those units a little bit earlier, dropping him down to about 300 unit supply. But for the most part, Truth has really used these Rays to great effect. I mean, look at his points. He's currently, what, 4th on the scoreboards right now, the leaderboard. And it's like, of course he is, because he's had great control. He's kept his unit supply up. He doesn't overextend himself. And that shows just how good the playstyle is from Truth. That's a true testament to if a player is good, able to keep his supply up, and yet still be able to do the damage. Speaking of, oh, wow. Big connections coming out from those Ravens, just taking out all. He just glass cannoned it. You just got glass cannon, buddy. Oh my gosh. Seeker Missile just completely destroying the Warplots, and indeed, I think this is GG for AdolfCaesar. He hasn't gotten any money in. Oh no, Wraith, you gotta split. Building up like that was not good. So much splash damage coming off from the Lancers. And wow, I am cheesed right now that AdolfCaesar just losing all of those Warplots seemingly like paper. Those are paper lots, that's what we're going to call them from now on. Void Prism coming off from TheTruth, and wow, these Stalkers dealing so much damage. I mean, I'm so surprised that Grayson is just so effective, considering that Race do extra damage to Armored. And sure enough, they're Armored Mechanical. And oh, a big pickoff by Mastermind. Mastermind just able to take control, trying to fight for first place on the leaderboards right now. Scans do go down. It looks like, though, his Commando able to escape. The Void Prism does go down on Mastermind's units, and Grayson blinking in, trying to get those units. Was he able to blink in and get the Commando? No, the Commando's actually way back there, so he is safe for now. But oh my gosh, that Commando is super scary. 5 attack ups. Oh my gosh, 330 damage for each shot. I mean, that'll take out a Phoenix in no time. Currently, the Phoenix is level 3. And wow, just keeping these race supply at 600 race supply. This is incredible. He's really fighting for 3rd place right now on the leaderboard. Ice currently in 3rd. And overall, the team that's doing it, though, is top right. They're very strong. And wow, a Spectre coming out, Graviton Beam coming out, trying to hold the Honey Badger. Is the Honey Badger going to go down? It's so close, and the Race decide to come in, but no, a Stampede out of there, and instead focuses the units. Truth, what are you doing? You've missed so many hero kills. Grab yourself an Overseer. You're missing out, buddy. I guarantee you it's worth it. And the Honey Badger, even with very low hit points, is a little risky. Trying to go in and kill some of Truth's units. And the Phoenix being really effective too. Big volleys going down. Oh my gosh, the Goliath's doing so much damage against the Wraiths. But wow, bringing the Phoenix, his points, his shield points are down really low. 270, I think. One more big volley from all those units by Truth could have taken it out, similar to what we saw before. 11 attack, 6 armor ups. You know, considering that Race have the evasion ability, I'm a little bit torn about getting those armor upgrades. I think instead what could have been more effective was putting the attack upgrades into Marines, and possibly starting Marines for a little bit later on in the game, because the air is just not that effective in the late game. It's effective at taking control of the board, but how is he going to be able to go into the base unless, you know, he uses an Overseer, which you should use the Overseer. And oh my gosh, more back and forth going on between top right and bottom right. Meanwhile, lots of back and forth from these Rays against Grayson's units, and Stim comes out. Those Marines are at 10 attack, currently with the rapid fire upgrade, and that's no wonder that Grayson's going to be able to take first. He is teching Marines, and I love the Marine play. Oh my gosh, please get a support tower. Currently at a radar tower for now, but you can get a support tower and blink down on these Ravens. Blink down on some, or not blink down, but call down on something. Those dropships are so scary in the late games. And almost 50 minutes in, that Spectre is going to be out pretty soon, though. In fact, it actually is. And we have this, we have it. The Spectre is out. It did go ghost. We can't see it, and oh, it could do a lash on the Honey Badger. Boom! There it goes in a big puff of electricity and mist. It is now obliterated, gone into the great beyond. Honey Badger, you will be missed. Is he going to revive it? I don't think he has enough money to, actually. His money is a little bit low. He can revive it. I think it only costs like 200 and something to revive it. I could be wrong because it is like a 1.5 tier hero. It might be a little bit more expensive. Or he could just decide to abandon the Honey Badger altogether. I'm not quite sure if that would be the right choice, but that Spectre already showing that it can really dominate the game. And oh, that Psionic Lash is ready. Could this Phoenix be the next target? I mean, he's going to take out heroes left and right if he's not careful. He could lose it. The Phoenix could be ready to die. No, instead he backs out just in time, probably out of range. I want to see that Psionic Lash go out on that Phoenix. And there we go. The Honey Badger is coming out. It must have just been a little bit more expensive, or he could have been debating on whether or not he should even bring it out. Two Ravens coming out for Ice. I'm surprised he's getting these Ravens, but really, with these Warp Zealots, I don't blame him. And oh no, he could lose this. AdolfCaesar barely able to get any money. He did get money at the 10-minute mark, but it really wasn't enough. I mean, that's the only income he's had for a solid 10 minutes. And Glass Cannon looking, he might be Glass Cannoning it. Getting completely surrounded, he did. He just got Glass Cannoned. He now has nothing. Oh my gosh, his supply literally being reduced down to 90 supply. He almost had nothing left. And TheTruth getting some actual big hits. Finally, the war plots are going to be effective, and Glass Cannon saying GG. I don't blame him, considering. And wow, lots of bad manners coming out. And I think he's saying GG because he might have lost the Phoenix. No, he didn't lose the Phoenix. But both of them expressing their feelings about the combo that top right has decided to go, and indeed it has been effective. They are not on the leaderboard, but as a team, combined total, they are the powerhouse right now. And you can listen, the Spectre is going in and out of his invisibility, kind of BMing a little bit back himself, showing off. That's funny. And bottom left, Grayson still in the lead, currently at 20,000. He did break the 20,000 mark. Ice could be overextending a little bit. Seeker Missile does go down, and nope, he actually didn't overextend at all. Glass Cannon say, get out of my house. Indeed, he is in your house, buddy. You got to be careful. Meanwhile, lots of back and forth going on between Mastermind Ice and Grayson and Relic. Oh, could that Honey Badger go down? Haven't seen a Psionic Lash. I'm really surprised. It always baffles me when the Psionic Lash is not used. They literally only need a little bit of vision. But these guys playing so cautiously. I mean, the range on Psionic Lash is insane, so go ahead and use it. I think he'll have enough time to do it. I mean, he does have Blink with the Lancers, but it's really not that effective. But what is effective, though, and this is why I understand the caution, Blink Marines coming out for Grayson. Those are going to be so strong, so powerful. Combined with the Blink Lancers, this is just going to be absolute chaos. Oh, Grayson's units are getting so strong, so powerful. And those Marines at 23 attack ups. Oh my gosh. And the Honey Badger going in possibly a bit too far. The Psionic Lash is charging, dealing so much damage, but 111 hit points later, it does back out, and it does, in fact, survive. But Grayson dealing so much damage to these Lancers, and the Warplot's trying to come in and take control, but I don't think they were really that effective. Still only at 8,899 points, currently the second lowest on the board. At least there's a Honey Badger coming out, and Truth saying, okay, never engage Mastermind again, and indeed don't. So powerful. Even his hybrid destroyers, despite having a Spectre, are at 11 attack. So are the Lancers for Ice. These guys are just dealing so much damage. My gosh, almost 50 damage each attack from these Stalkers. Very powerful. And way more for these Decies. 55 damage total if they hit light or mechanical units. And wow, able to take just total control of the center. It doesn't surprise me, folks. Total combined points, the team currently in the lead is almost at, we're going to say 35,000, while the second place team is only at about 27. So overall, Top Right does have the majority of points in this game, and that's why they're able to take total control of the middle, able to even run into bases. This is crazy. He barely has any units, and yet he's able to run right into the base. And again, no Psionic Lash. This is really interesting. I mean, it's not on cooldown or anything. I think he's just playing a little bit defensive, but I don't think you need to, buddy. Not against bottom right. They definitely will glass cannon it. For sure. Honey Badger coming over, trying to take control of the bottom tower. A little bit of back and forth for left side tower. And right side tower is still controlled by ice. And it looks like that's really all it's going to be. A lot of back and forth. We're probably not going to see a whole lot of action right now, folks, because in 5 minutes it is going to get to SD, and we'll see if any guys decide to stay or if they decide to go. Because pretty much at SD, that is the deciding factor. And wow, Ice almost losing this Raven down to 43. Grayson looking very strong with these Marines, blinking in, trying to get some of those units. He does manage to pick off quite a bit, dwindling Ice's supply down to 230. And wow, Mastermind, with a big supply though still, are going to be pushed back, but for how long? Grayson with an even supply. And that Honey Badger currently at level 5. I want to see some armor ups, buddy. Where are the armor ups? Probably can't afford it. And look at these Warp Zealots. They're so adorable. They're not going to do any damage to any of these units. I mean, really. This Honey Badger can take him off in just a few hits. And sure enough, the Void Prism goes down, and whoa, he actually misses, doing some damage, but instead, Grayson blinks in and says, whatever, I'll just deal a whole bunch of damage to your units. I don't even care. Blinking in like a bouse. But Mastermind says, I don't need to blink in, I'm just going to hover my happy butt right over to you guys, get a nice surround, and taking out a bunch of Grayson's units. This is going to be huge. The Race coming in, wanting a piece too. And oh man, those Race could be really effective, currently at 440 supply. And the Warplot's finally doing something, finally making it happen, but I think he's just going to lose it. Those Race, unable to deal the damage, and wow, AdolfCaesar again at no supply. This is crazy, especially since SD is coming. No, in fact, actually the tank is still there. That's very cute. Yamato Cannon coming down on the Spectre, almost killing it. That was really close. That Spectre needs to be careful, kind of overextending itself a little bit, and a Yamato Cannon coming down, killing only one unit. and Spidervenom saying, I just YOLO'd that, and finally, an Overseer comes out. I was waiting for this thing. And the Phoenix now even doing a little bit of BM, because you can, I guess you can fly. I've never seen that before. How did he do that? How does he lower himself? That was interesting. Is it Phoenix Eyes? Is that what it's called? That's really interesting. Huh. I've never seen that before. I guess that's to dodge air attacks? Wow. You learn something new every day, folks. If I have it all wrong, if I was just seeing things, let me know. But I think I was seeing it just acting completely weird, unlike anything I've seen before, guys. Spidervenom is coming out. That Overseer is trying to extend, possibly getting that contamination going, and Grayson's units are so powerful currently in the leaderboard. Gotta be careful, and even these Race need to be careful. But no, he says, I don't care about the Race. I'm actually going for Ice's units. Ice currently at 300 supply. Grayson now at 500 supply, and with SD so close, this is exactly what he needs to do, and he will finally be able to upgrade that Honey Badger at SD if he's able to take control of these towers and keep them and get the middle gold. And what's bottom right going to do? Currently building up supply now. Glass Cannon. I know you're trying not to glass cannon it or anything, but you do need to get the heck out of your base. You cannot sit at 800 supply, guys. It's great to have it, but once you're at 800, as soon, the minute, the second, the millisecond, the nanosecond, you've got to get out there and start dealing some damage. Otherwise, you're just sitting on gold that you could have had, but you're missing. Those units not being effective at all. And whoa! The Honey Badger being lifted. The Goliath doing a little bit of scoops, stutter steps, trying to do some damage. But no, actually, they're just not able to do the damage needed. Only at 7 ups. Surprising that with no armor upgrades that the Honey Badger was able to tank that. And I am going to just say to Seeksy Sauce that I am streaming a little bit here. If he wants to check it out, twitch.tv. And I think I did hear, guys, I think I heard the Spectre. It was taken out. Grayson was able to get it. His points just jumped into the lead. This is incredible, and we are at SD. What a time to lose it. This is just absolute madness, people. I can't believe this. Ice does have a big supply, but now Mastermind is going to have to sit back and wait. Oh my gosh, he's waiting 100 in-game seconds for that Spectre to come out, and he needed that Spectre. Corruption going down on the Phoenix. There's so much back and forth. Meanwhile, on the left side, more fighting between TheTruth and Grayson. So much back and forth trying to get that tower. There's stuff going on the right, stuff going on the left. When is this going to end, folks? The supply is steadily going down for Glass Cannon because those Ice's units are just so strong, dealing so much damage. The Honey Badger taking control of the middle, and here comes Race out of nowhere. Could possibly pick up a lot of Grayson's units, and at this point in SD, you don't want to lose any points at all. And I don't think AdolfCaesar is going to be able to do anything except build up his supply and wait for the perfect opportunity. Currently at 520 supply for these Race. These Race picking off a bunch of the Marines, but with a huge Void Prison going down, and he's going to be able to do a lot of damage. But no, in fact, actually the Warp Zealots could come in and spell trouble. No, they're going back. What are they doing? The Race have to get out of there. Big blink in by Grayson, trying to come in and deal some damage. And we do see an Overseer coming out for Ice. So now we have double Overseers they could fight to try to take out each other's heroes. And wow, Truth just being so effective with these Race. But is it going to be enough? I mean, really, let's just consider this. Grayson at 27,000. He's currently 10,000 supply ahead of those Race. I don't think he's going to be able to fight Grayson head-on anymore. Possibly Relic's units, but not Grayson. He might need to back out, and Mastermind deciding to retort, getting his own Marines as well. Currently at 7 upgrades, 21 attack. I just don't think they're going to be enough to go after 27, 14 ups for Grayson. And we do have the contamination does go down on the Phoenix, and Ice doing so much damage. Is he going to be able to pick it off? He is not able to. But Mastermind could run in here and possibly pick it off. There he goes! It's down to 231 hit points, but able to escape right at the last minute. We do have the defense matrix going down on all of Spidervenom's units, able to absorb some of that damage because everybody was going in on the bottom right-hand side. Even Ice had to back out a little bit because he could have lost these Ravens. Healing up everything, I think that would be a wise choice. Just back off a little bit. You know, get yourself situated and then come back into the action. These Warp Zealots still being so ineffective. What is AdolfCaesar going to be able to do? He's going to be in last place here pretty soon. Even though Relic is currently in last place on the leaderboards, his Honey Badger is still a big contender at 8,000 hit points and finally at 1 armor, bringing his armor up to 11. He did bring that Honey Badger finally to level 6. And oh my gosh, the Spectre is finally out. Are we going to see some more lashes? We only seen a few here, people. Only a few, and I really think he's being a little bit too defensive. He's got to get that into the army and just hide it away enough to where he can get out a lash. It doesn't take that long. And because look at how overextending NotAGlassCannon is being. A transfuse does go down, a good transfuse by Spidervenom. And Raven's doing a Seeker Missile on it, bringing it down, taking out the shields. A lash could seal the deal. Corruption does go down, but no, instead decides to back out because Grayson coming out of nowhere, trying to get the surround. And wow, a Void Prism going down on Mastermind's units. And a big blink in by the Warplots. These Race are finally going in, trying to take out Grayson's units. Grayson's units are losing a bunch of supply, and the Race are being so effective. Oh my gosh, Grayson's units were just taken out, folks. That is unbelievable, and now Ice and Mastermind could take control of the middle. That was just excellent play by both sides, top right and top left. Able to surround Grayson's units like that, and oh no, he's going to have to sit back for a little while and get that income. And look at this, Ice saying, even though you guys helped us, I really don't care. Blinking in, taking out a few of Truth's race. And trying to do the split, but instead does not get it off. The Truth taking a big hit by that Seeker Missile. And Spidervenom taking control of bottom tower. Top right does have control of both towers, and currently bottom left has control of the Xel'Naga tower, but keeps losing it to top left. So right now, bottom right surprisingly able to keep control of the towers. I'm sorry, top right. And the vision really does make a difference, especially in SD when you're getting 100 minerals a minute. So right now, top right is getting 400 minerals every minute. Their income is going to get huge in just a little bit. What are these teams going to do? I think the race could come in with those warp lots and deal a little bit of damage. But what are they going to do? I mean, Mastermind is just able to run right into bottom right, getting so much money. So when is top right or top left really going to be able to come in and do anything? He's going to have to wait forever for these warp lots to come in. Currently at 320 supply. That's just not enough. It's not enough. And I'm surprised he switched from Goliath to warp lots. I really think Elias in this situation would have been more effective. They would have been a little bit more tanky. And here comes the Truth with these race again, getting the surround on Grayson. But hey, guess what? Newsflash, Grayson already lost a bunch of units from top right because now their income is so huge, taking control of middle, bottom right. What are they going to be able to do? It looks like Glass Cannon has indeed Glass Cannoned it again, losing so much of his supply. But finally we see Temples coming out. Temples are, of course, the big endgame players as far as melee units are concerned. I guess everybody is just switching now to tier 1.5. Top left and bottom left has decided to do it. I think top left would have been better getting warp lots, or I'm sorry, Temple Zealots rather than the warp lots. That was just a big mistake. The anti-unit tower trying to be effective here is going to hold back some of the units. Graviton Beam coming off, killing a bunch of the Decies from Mastermind. More back and forth action going on between Ice and, oh my gosh, did he lose some of those warp zealots? Up currently at 444. He does need to wait a long time. It takes forever for those warp zealots to build up. And Relic right now coming in with the Honey Badger. It looks like Grayson is going to try to take control of the middle, and they do for now. He's got to be careful though, that Psionic Lash could deal damage. Big warp in by AdolfCaesar, but losing so many units. Oh, the Truth did not have all of his units there, and look at this. Losing again so much supply, not being as effective as they could be, but the Truth is currently at 800 supply, able to keep that supply up there. But it's just not enough. These big players like Grayson and Mastermind are almost at 30,000. Grayson just breaking the 30,000 mark. And I think eventually these races are going to be ineffective, especially when the partner just can't deal the melee damage needed. Oh my gosh, AdolfCaesar, watch this replay again and just see the error of the ways switching from a tier 3 unit down to warp lots. I think that was a big mistake, unfortunately. Truth deciding to go all in and try to take out the Ravens, but point defense drones are denying that. Both of them are living, and Ice taking out so much of the race supply with those stalkers, with the Lancers. And the Truth just says, I don't even care anymore. He's trying so hard to go in. 480 supply. He's losing so much. And he didn't pick off a single Raven. Great control by Ice. Meanwhile, there is a lot of back and forth going between Grayson and Mastermind. Mastermind losing a bunch of units. But he's got to be careful. Oh my gosh, he could lose. Did he lose it? He lost it. Oh my gosh, I didn't see it, folks. But he lost the Honey Badger. There was just so much back and forth going on at the top side that I just couldn't see it. And wow, I bet you a Psionic Lash able to kill that Honey Badger once again. But really, how is this Phoenix still alive? Why isn't a Psionic Lash gone down? I haven't seen one single Lash go down on the Phoenix. And there it is, the Honey Badger is out. My gosh, at almost an hour and 10 minutes in this game, there's still so much action going on between these players. A lot of fighting, a lot of, I can't believe how much money that Mastermind and Grayson has and still hasn't been able to finish. Big blink in by the Marines from Mastermind. Oh, so we now have top right and bottom left both going Marines, and I think the top left corner and bottom right just has nothing that they can do. I mean, what can they really do? They both have units that don't do very well against Marines. Temple Zealots do not do very well against the rapid fire Marines. They do well against high damage units like tier 3 units. And heavy hitting heroes, but not so much against heroes that can do a lot of damage very, very fast. And that's exactly what these Marines can do. In hold position, trying to throw in a few changelings into Grayson's army. I think he was able to get off a few. And here we go. A Void Prism going down on some of Mastermind's units. Is he going to be able to pick off? No, in fact, he actually lifts off with the mobile medivac. I think he was gearing up for a lash, but instead cancels it. Finally, we see some really good microing from Grayson. A great choice, I think. He does have to be careful, though. I bet you 1 or 2 hits by that Spectre could just completely take out the Medibabe. But he also has to be careful of the Truth coming. We've seen the Truth come out of nowhere trying to get the surround on Grayson. It almost seems like both top right and top left are just trying to eliminate Grayson as much as possible. He is still in the lead. I really don't know how Grayson does it. I'm pulling out my hair trying to figure this out. Able to stay on top throughout the whole game. It's been so much back and forth. And I mean, he's been really effective with the Stalkers. Great blinking ability. And I think what it is just a lot of really poor decisions, unfortunately. Glass Cannon throwing in a lot of units earlier. He was acting exactly like a glass cannon. And his supply was so low all game, Grayson was just able to capitalize on that. So was Mastermind. And now Mastermind has the position once again. He's got 2 towers. He's getting 400 minerals every minute. And that's really going to play a difference. That's going to put him in the lead eventually. And here we go. Another back and forth. We do have the Guardian Shield coming down from the Honey Badger. Oh, so many units are dying, and the Warp Zealots are going to come around. Are they going to be able to pick up the Honey Badger? And they do! Was he able to get it? I think he was. His points do finally go up to 11,000. That was exactly what he needed to do. But Ice able to take out a bunch of these units. A bunch of the race are going down. At the same time, though, more Warpins again. Finally, they're being effective. And these 2 powerhouse teams losing a bunch. And oh my gosh, is Glass Cannon going to try to come in and just end this? I think, guys, he could possibly do it if not careful, but these anti-unit towers being very effective, he could lose a bunch of these temples. And where is his partner? If his partner was able to come in, they could do something, but I think he was fighting at the bottom right. And, oh, he said that did not work out. Both bottom right and top left losing a bunch of those zealots. Oh, man, oh no, that was just sad, sad day. Yeah, anti-unit was definitely Imba in that situation, able to just completely deny that surround and losing a huge supply. Oh, Glass Cannon just Glass Cannoned it. I'm saying it here, folks. I want to coin the phrase. If you happen to kill all of your enemy's supply, tell them that they just got Glass Cannoned. Because all game, Glass Cannon has just kept his units down to a staggering 120 supply, in some cases even down to 90. I mean, it's been pretty much all non-stop all game. He is a great player, but just being taken out by all these other units. Maybe some poor choices, I'm not sure. And even Caesar having some trouble. He is not currently in last place anymore. That is going to be reserved for Relic. But Relic's Honey Badger is just so beefy currently at 1 armor. 12 armor, or 1 armor up, but 12 armor in total. Finally level 7. I believe level 7 is the max. It might be level 8. No, I think it is. No, I think level 8 is the max that you can get for the Honey Badger. Don't quote me, I'm not sure. There's no way for me to know unless I look right here. Nope, I guess I can't select his thing and see how many levels are up. But he is currently at level 7. Very strong Honey Badger, almost 9,000 hit points. I think there might even be one more. One more that he can do. I think there's one more upgrade. I feel like the Honey Badger has over 9,000 hit points in total. Not sure though. Don't quote me, guys. And I did hear some changelings come down. I'm not sure who did that. I think it was Ice. Yep, there was some changelings going on. So, oh my gosh, Relic losing some units there. Being effective with every unit he have. We've seen some Secret Missiles go down. Overcharge and a Stim coming down from Mastermind. They are going to be fighting in the middle. Are we going to see the Psionic Lash come down on the Honey Badger? A big blinking by Mastermind, taking out a bunch of Grayson's units. Decides actually to back out, because now we have Spidervenom and the Temple Zealots coming from NotAGlassCannon. And oh no, he's being blocked by his partner. buddy, you have to move. The Truth coming in from the backside, again taking out a bunch of Grayson's units. And finally, top left is being smart about what they're doing. But they could be hurt by Mastermind's just overpowering 5 armor, 11 attack, 60 damage to light, 60 damage to mechanical, but 53 damage overall. They are so powerful. Ice now switching it up to Goliath, deciding to abandon the Lancers. 53 damage each on that with 5 ups for him as well. And wow, what a game this has turned out to be. The Phoenix was taken out. I don't think he's going to be reproducing it. No, I don't see that. But we are seeing the Zeratul come back out for Grayson. And that the Void Prism has been really effective this entire match. More Changeling coming down from ice, trying to keep control of that middle. And if they can do it, I mean, overall, guys, top right has it. I mean, they have over 50,000 combined points, where bottom left is just barely breaking 4,000 or 46,000. So top right overall, I mean, they're almost pushing the 60,000 point. I think they are. They're at 61,000 so far. If my math is correct, carry the 2, multiply by 3, divided by the square root of pi. That would bring him at 61,000 overall points, whereas bottom left is currently at 4,700. Or 47,000, sorry. I guess I carried the 2 way too much. And there we go, a big battle. Contamination going down. The Psionic Lash does hit the Honey Badger, and it kills it. Unbelievable. Able to pick it off, and they are going to be able to retain middle. Guys, I think Mastermind just pulled it out right here. And Ice able to take control. And I think they are going to be your winners here today. I really don't see how they could lose unless by chance they just have the worst micro in the world in top left. I mean, these Wraiths are still scary. Currently 14 ups on them. And with the mobility and their ability to swarm in, they might be able to do heavy damage. The Truth saying, "Sir, have some mercy." We have Uncle Jesse in the house. Have mercy indeed. If anybody is familiar with Full House, it might be way before your time, guys. I used to watch that when it was on TGIF. Does anybody at home remember TGIF? Those were great times. It had a lineup of Family Matters step by step, and it really, really was just like the pinnacle of the 90s. Dinosaurs, oh my gosh, it was just crazy. Well, what's even more crazy is just all the back and forth that's been going on in this game. I've been talking about a mile a minute, and I don't know how you guys, even at home, are able to keep up. I can barely keep up. And look at this, the Truth losing his, oh my gosh, losing his supply. Wait, what? Grayson deciding to go Temple Zealots, and wow, they're being really effective here, taking out a bunch of units. And Ice, oh my gosh, could top left be eliminated here today? Anti-hero tower almost gone, point defense drone soaking up so much of these turrets. That's really funny to see. And Ice could come in and kill. Oh my gosh, he's going to eliminate the Truth. And here we go. You're first to be eliminated. The Truth has been taken out. And indeed, the Truth does set you free. And free from this game now is the Truth. He's going to say GG. And he is out of this. The second to go down is AdolfCaesar. Oh, great game, guys. You really did try. I mean, oh my gosh, the Truth. Really great control with those Wraiths. But I think AdolfCaesar just wasn't able to get the correct melee choice in order to absorb the damage while the Wraiths dealt it. And really unfortunate being taken out and eliminated at the 1 hour and 18 mark. Currently we have bottom left Imnotgrayson and Relic, top right Ice and Mastermind, and bottom right NotAGlassCannon and Spidervenom left. We'll see who gets next and who will be eliminated. We do have Ice deciding to go mini Mothership. We've seen Vortex be really effective in the past. And we'll see how that shapes up in this matchup. Grayson taking the left tower, fighting for the bottom tower. And currently top right still has control of 2 towers plus the middle. getting 400 income per minute, and it really is showing Mastermind is really getting up there in points. We do have the Vortex going down on the ramp. That's a perfect place to put down that Vortex. Ice coming in, dealing huge damage to NotAGlassCannon. He just totally glass cannoned it again, losing all sorts of units. Oh my gosh, and he's going to get surrounded. What is he going to do? He's going to lose all these units out of the Vortex, and there they are just waiting to take them out. And there we go. Yamato Cannon is going to come down, though, on a little bit of Ice's units, barely really hurting them. And Mastermind is going to come in with some more units, and it looks like bottom right is going to be eliminated. So this is it, guys. I think they're going down, and sure enough, Glass Cannon, the third to be eliminated in this matchup. Spidervenom saying good game, and bottom left knows that something's happening, but I just don't think that they can do it, considering that the supply right now currently maxed for almost both teams. Grayson now at almost 700 supply, but Relic, oh my gosh, down to 225 supply, and at 11,000. I think your winners today, folks, are going to be Ice and Mastermind. Great play by these guys. Ice really able to keep it in the game. He was first for quite a while. He decides to come in. Baneling's coming out, but no, they're going to get Vortexed. And Ice doing so much damage, he does move over to the side so that Mastermind can come in. Big Bane hits going off on these units, but is it going to be enough? Another Vortex going down. And base defenses are coming back, able to deal a little bit of damage to the mini mothership. The mothership is going to have to go out. The cloak field is gone. Another destroyed defense ability is going down. The mothership can come back in. Is he going to do another Vortex? He's waiting for that precious energy. He's got a little bit more. Now he can Vortex. And are we going to see another Vortex go down? He does. And now Good Game comes out from Grayson. Eliminated! Unbelievable! Relic and Grayson goes down. Your winners today are Ice and Mastermind. An unbelievable match. There was so much back and forth going on the entire time. Oh, wow, what a match. Your winners today, Ice and Mastermind. Congratulations, guys. I am EZmode's Rageypoo, reminding you to set your opponents to easy mode. This has been my time. I will see you later.